Good morning, students. Today we will discuss different types of joints provided in cement concrete road. Uh, in that, mainly expansion joints, contraction joints, and to avoid the temperature stresses, expansion joints, contraction joints are provided. Along with that, dowel bars are provided and tie bars are provided. In this class, we'll be discussing dowel bars, tie bars, expansion joints, contraction joints, spacing of the expansion joints, contraction joints. Okay, here, as per the previous discussion, the load stress, warping stress, and frictional stress are discussed. And based on these three types of stresses, the critical load combination is calculated. And once the stresses have been calculated, the next work is to designing the number of joints provided in cement concrete pavements. Various types of joints are provided in cement concrete pavements. Why? To reduce the temperature stresses. Namely, the different joints are expansion joints, contraction joints, warping joints. If expansion and contraction joints are provided properly or designed properly and constructed, there is no need of providing warping joints. Yes, and expansion joint spacing is designated based on maximum temperature variation expected. Expansion. If it is a hotter area where you experience maximum temperature, there is a need of provision of more expansion joint spacing, more spacing for expansion joint, and also the width of the joint. The contraction joints. The contraction joint spacing design is governed by anticipated additional frictional resistance. Yes, the spacing between expansion joint is adjusted and the contraction joint have equal spacing. Here, based on the temperature variation, the expansion of the concrete slab can be adjusted. But contraction joints have equal spacing. It means it is provided with the equal intervals. But depend on temperature, the expansion joint can be vary. Yes, in this expansion and contraction joints, the dowel bars are provided. Usually, the dowel bars are provided at expansion joints and also contraction joints. Based on the requirement, the dowel bars are provided. Here, the dowel bars are provided in transverse direction of the cement concrete pavement, and the tie bars are provided in a longitudinal direction of the cement concrete pavements. Yes, hence the size and spacing and diameter of the dowel bars are designed here. Yes, before going to the dowel bars and tie bars, let's discuss about spacing of expansion joints. As I told now, uh, because of temperature variation, because of high temperature, low temperature, the expansion joint spacing can be varied. Varied in the sense we can provide more, we can provide less. The width or the gap in expansion joint depends on the length of the slab. Also, based on the length of the slab, the expansion joint is provided. Greater the distance between the expansion joints, the greater is the width required. It means, suppose the slab is having more length, for example, more than 15 meter, then it requires greater width required. Means more width has to be provided. The use of wide expansion joint space should be avoided as it would be difficult to keep them properly filled in when the gap widens during winter season. As possible as we have to avoid the wide spacing, wide expansion joint spacing. Yes, usually as per the standardization, it is recommended that not to have a gap more than 2.5 centimeter. Means we should provide it less than 2.5 centimeter. This you remember, less than 2.5 centimeter gap has to be provided. IRC has recommended that maximum spacing between expansion joints should not exceed 140 meter for rough interface layer. Maximum spacing between expansion joints. It means the interval between expansion joints, 140 meter. It should not exceed 140 meter. It means before 140 meter length of the concrete slab, the expansion joints has to be provided. Let us consider if delta is the maximum expansion in a slab of length L with a temperature rise from T1 to T2, then delta dash is equal to L into C into T2 minus T1, where C is thermal coefficient of cement concrete per degree rise in temperature. Okay, and T2 and T1 are the temperature difference, temperature rise from lowest to highest. The joint filler may be assumed to be compressed up to 50% of its thickness, and therefore the expansion joint gap should be twice the allowable expansion in concrete. That is 2 into delta. Because here the the joint filler are assumed to be 50% compression, compressed up to 50%. Hence, the expansion joint can be twice, taken as twice. So, it is 2 times of delta. From the relation given, delta is the half the joint width. The spacing expansion joint L is given by. It means by consideration of 2 times of delta, where delta is the maximum expansion, the spacing expansion joint, it means the spacing of a expansion joint L is given by delta dash divided by 100 C into bracket T2 minus T1. Simple formula. Just remember this formula to calculate spacing of expansion joint. Spacing of expansion joint where delta dash is delta by 2. Okay, delta by 2. That is width of expansion joint divided by 2, that is delta dash, and delta is width of expansion. Yes, let us take one simple problem here. The width of expansion joint gap is 2.5 centimeter in a cement concrete pavement. If the laying temperature is 10 degree and the maximum slab temperature in summer is 54 degrees Celsius. Calculate the spacing between expansion joint. Assume coefficient of thermal expansion of concrete as 10 into 10 to minus 6 per degree Celsius. See, in this question, he has given width of expansion that is 2.5 centimeter. That is delta is 2.5 centimeter. If the laying temperature is 10 degree and maximum temperature is 54 degree, hence the difference of T2 minus T1 is 54 degree minus 10 degree, will get 44 degree. Okay, calculate spacing between expansion joint. L you need to be calculate, assuming coefficient value C value as 10 into 10 raised to minus 6. Here calculate delta dash first. Coming to the solution, delta dash is delta by 2, 2.5 divided by 2, that is 1.25 centimeter. T2 minus T1 is 44 degrees Celsius. Substituting in formula, you will get 28.5 meter. It means the spacing between expansion joint is 28.5 meter. Every 28.5 meter, the expansion joints can be provided on concrete pavement. Okay, here let us see some photos. I will show you some photos. Next, spacing of contraction joints. The slab contracts due to fall in slab temperature below the construction temperature. Also, during the initial curing period, shrinkage occurs in cement concrete. This moment is resisted by the subgrade or friction between bottom layer and slab. Yes, because of sudden fall in slab temperature, there may be chance of contraction. Also, in a winter season, usually the cement concrete slabs will get contract or compress because of cold. Because of cold, it will contract. Yes, because of this contraction, the movement of the slab is resisted by the friction developed between bottom layer and the bottom layer of the concrete and top layer of the subgrade. Yes, here, if we consider L as spacing of contraction joints or length of the slab, sorry, if LC is considered as slab length and the maximum stress occur at the half the length. Yes, this is what consideration. The maximum stress occurs at the half the length. Suppose the slab length is 7 meter, we consider it as 3.5 meter, the maximum stress occurs. The total frictional resistance up to distance LC by 2. It means half of the length. What we consider total wheel load, width of the road, that is B, and LC by 2, and thickness of the concrete pavement, coefficient of friction. And allowable tension in cement concrete, SC into H into B into 100. What is SC here? Just here. SC is allowable stress in tension in cement concrete. Yes, by consideration of total frictional resistance and total allowable tension in cement concrete pavement, this is what we have formed the equation. Based on this all analysis, you remember this formula. LC is equal to 2 into SC upon WF into 10 raised to 4. It means what is SC here? Allowable stress in tension in cement concrete pavement. And what is W? Unit weight of cement concrete. And what is F? Coefficient of friction. By referring this formula, we can calculate the spacing of contraction joints. Okay. Yes, no need of this all derivation. You just simply remember this formula, and this is all studied in concrete technology. And based on the concept of concrete technology, the tension and frictional resistance are uh, evaluated here, and based on evaluation, they have formed the formula. Yes, similarly, the same will take one more problem to determine the spacing between contraction joints. Yes, earlier we have solved with the expansion joint here, one problem, and here contraction joints. Determine spacing between contraction joints for 3.5 meter slab having thickness of 20 centimeter and coefficient of friction 1.5 for a two cases. Following two cases. First case is for plain cement concrete, allowable stress is 0.8 kg per centimeter square. Second case is for reinforcement cement concrete, 1 centimeter dia bars at 0.3 meter spacing. As two condition he has given. First one is plain cement concrete, where there is no reinforcement. It means there is no provision of tie bars and dowel bars. And in second case, reinforcement cement concrete is there, tie bars and dowel bars are provided. Taking first case, plain cement concrete slab without reinforcement. Assume unit weight of CC as 2400 kg per meter cube. Usually, cement concrete, unit weight of cement concrete will be 2400 kg per meter cube. Yes, by using the equation, that is LC is equal to 2SC upon WF into 10 raised to 4, substituting the values. What is SC? 0.8 he has given, 0.8, and W is 2400 into F is 1.5, that is coefficient of friction. Substituting the values, will get 4.44 meter. That is 4.44 meter is spacing of contraction joints. Every 4.44 meter, there is a provision of contraction joints. Next, for reinforced cement concrete, total cross area of steel AS is calculated by pi d square by 4 into consideration of 3.5 meter slab divided by spacing of the bar provided. That is 3.5 meter is spacing between contraction joints for 3.5 meter slab width. means the concrete slab is having 3.5 meter width, and in that 3.5 meter width, the spacing provided for provision of reinforcement is 0.3 meter spacing. Hence, the area of cross-sectional area of steel can be calculated by applying pi d square by 4 into 3.5 meter divided by spacing 0.3. That is, d value is 1 centimeter diameter. You will get it in 9.16 centimeter square. That is cross-sectional area of steel. Now, by using this formula, LC is equal to 200 S into AS upon BHWF. Yes, this equation, you see, this equation is taken from here. LC is equal to 200 S A divided by BHWF. Yes, this first equation is for plain cement concrete, and the second equation is for reinforced cement concrete to calculate the spacing of contraction joints. Yes, where here S S value is allowable tensile stress, and A is total cross sectional area of steel, divided by B is slab width, and H is slab thickness, and W is unit weight of cement concrete, and F is coefficient of friction. As we all know the values, that is S value 1200 into S, so once again, into area value 9.16 divided by B is 3.5 meter width of the concrete slab, and H is thickness of the concrete slab, and this is unit weight of cement concrete, and F is 1.5, and by substituting all these values we will get the answer 5.72 meter. Yes, this is what the spacing of expansion joint and contraction